Good evening, everybody. This Bestie and Lisa, the Purple Dahlia, not your average medium. Welcome to Under the Paranormal Moon. We are here for a night of fun and readings. I will be here
Good
in and
story.
out, um, so we can get this done. Now, like we did last time, if you want to come on to have your reading, if you want to be shown on camera, or just you don't have to put your camera on, you want to come on and ask your question, you can. One specific question, I will be posting the link in the comments
Life
right now.
Paranormal, nor the Purple Dahlia will ever message you for readings. Ever. So check the
Hello,
spelling
Wanda.
first and then do your due diligence by reporting them to Facebook and saying, hey, this person is a troll. They're bothering me. They're harassing me. And then block them and ban them yourself from your own self. That way they can't contact you any further. Okay. I assure you, we on this side are doing everything in our power to follow Facebook community guidelines and take care of all that because we do. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Hello, Londa. How are you? Wait, we got Londa. Where's Rhonda?
I don't know where Rhonda is.
Whoa, what happened? Okay, make sure you like, you share, you follow, you turn the notifications to on so you know when we're doing a live here on Live Paranormal and when there is a live feed period on Paranormal. But also do that to my page and also the YouTube page because listen, it's a lot of work. I know you all think I just hop in my car with the clothes I have on and I drive to PA to do my events, and that's not it at all. It takes a lot of preparation because I got 3 puppies here. One who has medical issues, so I have to make sure that everything's on point for her. And that's what I'm rushing around doing right now. And the
Hi,
rooms
Tanya.
are in 25 minutes. Okay.
Hi, Trish. And hi,
Hi,
Tanya.
Tanya.
Trish, where are you watching from? Your new thing that
Hi,
new
Yvonne.
name.
My who? What?
Trish is a new name I haven't seen.
Wait, she says she's got YouTube?
Yep, she's watching from YouTube.
Ooh, fancy fancies.
Yvonne, thank you very much.
Arizona, nice.
Nice.
Okay, so it is the creepy season, and what would be the creepy season without a good Halloween story? So a lot of people think that some locations that we go to are make believe, or some of the stories that they hear are not true. For instance, Amityville, haunted, very true. If you've watched the movie Poltergeist, it's based on a real location, which, by the way, just might be a little down the road from Amityville. Then we have the Sleepy Hollows. Haven't been there, want to go. Plenty of places in Salem. So you have to ask yourself, where did this thing come from, right? So last night I was at a concert. I know, big surprise, right? And it was in Fall River, and the name of the band is Dangerous Toys. They're a throwback from the 80s, like they're my bands. And the theme of them is like a clown and whatever, because it's like a circus thing. There was a lot of people dressed up in creepy clown outfits, more than even I was comfortable with, and some of them were quite grotesque. Kudos to them, but nasty for me. Yeah. So you have to ask yourself, where did this originate? So it became the conversation like, oh, where did your fear of clowns originate from? Really not sure. I know that I accidentally watched it, the original, not the remake, not the foo-foo one, the real one. And I found out later on that every Stephen King movie that he does based on his novels, he inserts himself into the movie. And then, because now you have second thoughts like, what's wrong with this man? Yeah, that's a little bit hard, but yeah. Sorry, still getting over that clown thing. Like I did not sleep very well. Let's see, what's the other one? There is let's see, the Creepy Hollow. Then there's the one for the Bridgewater Triangle, the Hockomock Swamp with the Native American female, the princess, I think she was. And really shouldn't be swimming in the water because she's known to drown at least 2 people every season. Oh, don't worry, just the men though. Let's see. What's the other one? Well, we do have a camp. I have a real Camp Crystal Lake down the road from me in the middle of the deep dark forest. And every time I have to drive by, my husband's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, I just want to get home. Because if I have to drive through that Camp Crystal Lake, it really does give you the creeps. But yeah. Let's see, what's the other ones? I'm trying to think all the other ones that are real that people didn't think. New Jersey Devil, real. How's the other one? I'm trying to hit all the ones. Conjuring House, true. True, real, concrete, and you can investigate. Jersey Devil, what was the other one? Oh, the redheaded hitchhiker in Bridgewater. Okay, everybody knows about that, but it's more like an urban myth. I investigated, tried to put enough video footage together. Wasn't enough because I contacted what was the guy, and it was just misconstrued. Let's see, what was the other one? We do have a haunted bridge by us. I got like 4 or 5 haunted restaurants by us. Paul Revere House. I went there when I was 5. No, I went there in 5th grade. I have no idea. Mothman's true. Absolutely. Hello, Sheridan Hale. Yes. And I have one more event, and that's this weekend in Pennsylvania. So check the Purple Dahlia page for more information on dinner with a psychic medium. It's going to be fun. It's a repeat. Yeah. Let me see what the other ones. So there's a haunted, so has everybody seen Rosemary's Baby? You have to have seen it, right? Well, there really is a haunted hotel in Rhode Island. Yeah. Based on satanic worshipers and all. Yeah. Super expensive for weddings if you want to have a wedding there. What is the other one? Camp Crystal Lake. Freddy Krueger's based on a real murder. Arsonist, to be specific. But yeah, he's based on a real true story too. Bigfoot. We have sightings, and when I say sightings, a little too close to my comfort, which is right down the road for me. Let's see what other ones. Anything in the other ones? Lizzie Borden's house. That's true. They have made a couple of movies out of that, but they also didn't get the information right. Kind of like, is anybody here from Massachusetts? If you are, throw a heart up so I know where you're from. Because there's a current case that's going on right now, and that's going to make history like the Lizzie Borden trial had. Yep, Leatherface. The Washoe Club. Okay.
I'm back.
Did you get more to eat than I did? It's like,
huh?
It's been a day. Listen, I'll get my hair done on Tuesday, okay? But it's been a day. So yesterday before the concert, I did my hair. I was looking really cute. Yeah, really cute. Until it started that torrential downpour, which then turned my cute do into poodle, which turned into, hey, I'm going to just
but it looks cute like that.
Up. So, yeah. I know we're supposed to wear a Halloween costume this coming Saturday. Girl, I got nothing. I like everything I want.
I got nothing either.
It's going to be too cold. I was figuring like we could just borrow some Dunkin' Donuts hats and be Dunkin' Donut employees.
Hey, I'm down with that.
Everybody be after us.
Oh shit! You know, American runs on Dunkin'.
Yes, we do. Okay.
Excuse me.
I told you to stick with the whiskey. So I've been making my fingerless mitten gloves. This is another pair. I have about 8 or 9 pairs already made. So those will be available. Let's see what else. There's another one.
Another one, what?
The one in Massachusetts. There's also a pirate cove kind of den thing. Think Goonies, but a little less fancy. And you can go for a tour in there, but they don't let you go by yourself. So you have to go with somebody from the MDC, and you can't go after it's rained. So we were planning on going, right? What happens every weekend in New England, Chris, Bestie? What happens every weekend here in Massachusetts?
I don't know. What does it do?
It rains. This may take 3 years for that cave to dry out before I can even get in there. Same thing, Bridgewater. Like, it's been a lot of water and mud and muck, and that doesn't work well with me. Let's see, what were the other ones? I think that's about all the ones I can think of. I am making a brand new batch of smudge. Bear with me. It was not easy, as it's never easy, but they made it even more difficult to locate the ingredients. And I make really big batches because it sells pretty fast. So let's see.
Oh yeah, I got a few people who need them up here.
Okay. So let's see. No, we will not be doing any investigations at Bestie while we're at Bestie's, because we ain't nobody got time for that. We don't have enough people. Listen, we don't have enough people, and we ain't got no time for that.
Because I'm be hanging out because she going into hibernation. Okay, right. And I'm not gonna see her till next year.
But just say. I have a couple events and a couple of readings that I have to do while I'm there, and a couple of, we'll call them drive-bys, where I have to drive by people's houses, check out the property, that kind of thing. So yeah, if I have to, that kind of thing. The less stressy, the better.
Yeah, one's like 40 minutes from here.
Yeah, I like to go comfy. I'll be loading up and on my stuff. I have my crystal ball.
Hi, Eileen. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Eileen. Any word on the beads? I
haven't really talked to her.
I'm gonna listen. That poor woman. Okay. When you're a single parent of many children, she going through it and then some. Let me see if there's a girl. When it rains, it pours. Let's see. I go like this way. Where is she? Let's see if she's. I don't even know if she's working. Oops.
Yeah, I don't know if she is.
I guess she sent me a message this morning, but since I didn't wake up till noontime, I guess I don't know if that counts.
If she gets me the beads, I'll ship them down.
Or, well, when I'm at your house, we can get the beads from her if I have to, and I'll help do them myself.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and follow.
Barbecue.
Oh, we had Harris chicken pot pie. I picked up the pot roast, by the way.
And Bessie's cooking for us when she comes in.
I cook one night while I'm there.
Yeah, we usually go out one night for dinner. I'll cook one night while you're here, or Mom.
Yeah, you got to understand that we don't eat much because we're usually. It started off like, oh, I'll just be there for 2 days, which then turned into 2 days was enough. So we did 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 9 days. There's been a lot of days, and no matter how many days we set up, there's never enough time. So if you want to get a booking for a reading in your local NPA, you have to message Bestie, because she is the only one that knows my schedule. Because when I get there, I don't even ask about my schedule. Literally, when I go to bed, I'm like, am I up in the morning? And she'll be like, yes or no, depending. Okay. So anybody wants to come on and tell one of their stories that they've experienced? If not, I'll continue on to a location that I went to, which I think is funny because so this proves that it's just really the time, either you hit it right on the mark or you don't. 1,000 people could tour this place and investigate this place. What I get is going to be different what they get, and so forth. So I investigated this place. I had some issues, but I investigated this place, and so did this person that I know. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, wait, nobody got injured. I'm like, yo, did you go to the same house that I did? Because like, injured? What are you talking about? He's like, nobody got hurt. Mm-mm. Nobody got attacked. I mean, we've seen some stuff we weren't happy with that proceeded to make me cry.
But isn't it all how you present yourself and what you go in with?
But here's the thing. So if you have a bunch of females going into a building or a location that's haunted by a known negative male, he may not do anything to us, or maybe he doesn't like some of the people you brought with you. Or if you go in there looking to poke things and it's already a negative space, which I advise against that. Here's the way to get spirit to interact with you. Have somebody that's never investigated before. So you got to have a newbie. You got to have somebody that's experienced, and then you got to have a skeptic with you. They can't help us. It's like telling a kid, don't touch that candy.
Oh, wait a minute. We have a special guest.
Who we have? Mama, hello.
Hi.
So they're asking about the beads, and I explained how busy you are because I literally just messaged you. I just saw the message now, so I know you called.
Well, I sent her the link
You
after
called me this morning. I woke up at noon. Okay. So
Oh, geez. I want to get up at noon.
Girl, I had no idea what time it was until little Rita was punching me in the face. Hi, Pat. How are you? So if they're not all complete, where I'm rolling into town, because I'm sure that's no longer a secret, but when I roll into town, I can help do the beads if you give me the setup of what they
I haven't really talked with Jess, so she didn't know that you're coming this week.
This week.
Like Tuesday, Wednesday.
You should killing me.
Well, I haven't really talked
I'm
to you.
making pot roast.
I'm coming for dinner. I'm working
Friday.
days that time.
Friday night.
Friday I'm off.
Whoop, whoop. Party. Watch out.
I'm bringing alcohol. I'll sleep in your yard. Sorry.
I thought Friday night we're supposed to go out anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, we can have dinner and then go out.
No, but she said she'd bring an alcohol. I'm like, isn't that kind of weird? Because aren't we already drinking? Wait, who we gotten to drive?
Wait, who's drinking? Can I be drinking? I want to be drinking.
Well, we have a DD.
Can I be drinking? I want to be drinking.
Okay.
All right.
Ladies in the audience, you want drinking too? Drinking.
I need alcohol.
If we can find tacos and karaoke, I'm down anytime. But then again,
I don't need no tacos, but I'm just going to be drinking.
Yeah. Okay.
But like Lisa said, if they're not all complete, we can always pick up and we'll work on them so we can get them out to them.
That would be great. I was thinking about this.
Of course, you have to give us an example, do one or whatever, and what we have to do, so that way I can make sure they're at the stage where all you have to do is just go over them. If you have to tie a knot or whatever, then we're good.
Yeah. And I was wondering, right, because it has taken a ridiculous amount of time, I was going to throw in something extra.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So just a stone or stones or something like that. But I'm going to throw in something extra for being so late. So
sounds like a plan.
I think they'd be happy.
Do you
with
have
that.
any creepy stories or experiences that you've had, Jess?
Oh, okay.
I do.
Because we're
I
doing,
know lots of creepy
we're doing
things.
haunted stories tonight, but preferably one that either you've experienced or you know somebody for a fact has experienced.
Okay, so you know where I work, right?
Mhm.
I see people standing in there that aren't there. Well, they are, but they're not. But I see them just standing there.
Bestie, don't you remember when we went there and I said, does somebody stand nobody ice cream? And you're like, yeah, they
Oh,
get really
thank
good
you,
ice cream.
Jackie.
One, how could I ever get that ice cream home until there?
I know, right? We'd have to find some dry ice for her
Yeah.
to get it home.
But I'm more like, she's like telling us that place is haunted. I'm like, I know, because I
She's been so
Really?
busy that I haven't been able to see her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
See, we miss her face.
Listen, being a single parent ain't no joke. It ain't for
Well,
the faint of heart.
I'm almost done unpacking,
Okay.
Yeah.
and everybody's gonna be where they belong all day long. So it should free up some time.
So
In all
Thursday
honesty.
night, she's going to be cooking and preparing food for the kids, and she's going out all day with us.
Oh, I would love to
I'm
disappear.
pretty sure we can get inside. I mean, we can have a very good time safely during the day. Because my dinner's quite easy. I just need the crock pot and just turn it on.
I got the crock pot. That's it.
I have a crock pot. Set it and forget it.
Love a crock pot meal.
Yeah.
So I made the. I can't even say it. It comes out cack, but it's Christmas crack candy. I'm waiting to see how it comes out. Like, it looks okay.
Wait. Comes up what?
Christmas
my goodness.
crack candy that you make with the saltines. You make the caramel or the toffee, you pour it over there. You wait a minute, throw it back in the oven for like 5, take it out, wait a minute, put the chocolate chips on there, wait till it melts and spread it, and then I cover it with pieces of pecans.
Ooh. I'm really not liking being on here on my phone. It's horrible. I can't find a plug to my computer.
I'm sorry, you can't find the plug to your computer?
Yeah, it's like to convert a 3-pronged plug to a 2-prong one. It's like a converter piece.
Yeah. I'm thinking for a second. So is it gray and one side has 3 and then the other side has 2?
Yeah.
I have one. I'm betting you it's in my paranormal supplies that are in my garage right now.
I have one too. I don't know where it is. So I might not be on too long because my phone is like doesn't.
Okay. Well,
It's
at least we got
iPad.
to see your face.
Hi, Jazz. I miss you.
I know. I missed you guys. I wish I was.
I know.
home.
If we were all independently wealthy, imagine how much trouble we could get into every day of the week.
Who said I'd be getting in trouble?
Somebody's gonna drive the
We would
getaway.
drag you along.
You'd probably have to be the lookout. I'd have to drive the getaway car because I want to make sure we're getting away.
Oh, wait. You guys ready? You guys ready? Because you can't see it. I don't think.
Okay.
You looking?
Yeah. Oh, you did a peekaboo.
Done. Oh, jeez.
She did like a
Oh.
red underneath.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the lighting.
No, I was looking at your hair and I'm like, oh wait, I dyed mine too.
Yeah, mine's
gotta get
getting
mine
done on
done.
Tuesday. That's why it's braids. It is so long that literally, if I blow the bangs down, it's like down to here. So I got to get something done. Yeah, but Regina, she's looking for that little gray one that you plug into something that connects it to the other side and goes in one side 3, comes out the other side 2, or in 2 and out 3, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hello, Monica.
I feel like I have
Okay,
ADHD
so
right now.
tell us a haunted story before your phone dies.
Oh, I don't have a haunted story, like a
An
haunted
experience you've been through.
aside from the weird people standing inside my job.
Yeah, because like I saw those.
Okay,
like
but
not like when I called you guys and like, hey, there's a major accident on the road. I'm not sure what's going on. And they were drag racing. Yeah, that's not cool.
Well, you didn't tell me you saw them at my job though, so that's funny.
I thought I did.
Mm-mm.
Because I was like, oh, I was going to get ice cream, but I can't bring it home possibly. And there's dead people there.
Yeah, no. Jeez.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm real subtle too because I was like up buying some funky water. Because listen, if I'm visiting your state and it's a roadside store, I go in and I check all the groceries. I know that sounds weird, but you guys have regional stuff that I don't have here, and I have stuff here that you guys don't have. But it was like I was getting core water, which I was impressed that they had them because the stores up here don't have it, and they had the cucumber one. Not really a fan of that one. Tastes a little weird.
did you get the lemon one? Because it has zinc in it, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I did. Is that the one with the pink rim or the
No, the yellow one.
Yeah, it's probably in my cooler. I do that. I just, just buy stuff because it's regionally different. But yeah, so there's many, many, many places I stop in on the roadside and like they look at me weird because I'm looking at the groceries, and then I always get whoever gets sucked into doing my road trip with me is like,
Oh boy.
it's
I may
feeling
have to
in this
run
gas
next door.
station. I'm like, right? Gas stations that sell fried chicken that they say that the gas is amp, but the chicken is thumbs up. And I'm like,
I gotta run next door to handle something.
Uh-oh, crying kid. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think my boyfriend's about to get his butt beat. Oh, Cullen.
Oh, I'm like, who?
Yeah, so this is one of the ones I'm doing. Like, I have a bunch of them. So these are the colors for that set.
Ooh, I like that.
It's the one that I made yours out of.
It's probably why I like that.
I also have some. This reminds me of fruit stripe gum. So, like, I know it's not the name of the yarn, but that's how I remember it is the fruit stripe gum. And this one is called Favorite Stripes. So it's like a Crayola box. And then this one I don't have the name of, unfortunately, but it's like it's not the black light. It's like neon brights or something brights, but it is not the black light one.
You know what? I took the camouflage ones you had made as well. Love them. Love them.
I have my new ones. Oh, I left them in the car. Yeah.
I've just been wearing them. But
I've been pushing those out left and right because I know a lot of people wanted them. So before I even said anything, I made sure I got like 8 or 9 pairs made. So I can usually do, let me rephrase this. If my puppies aren't getting involved, I can usually complete 2 sets in a day. If Rita's going to get involved, I can't even get half of one done in 3 days because she's just been mean lately. She's been beating me up, throwing hands. Let's see. Hope you're doing great. If drawing, sure, Monica Jane. What's the name? Oh no, I'm thinking Erica Jane. That's what it is. I'm working on a corner to corner blanket, camo and orange. Ooh, nice. I've never done a corner to corner, and I'm struggling really bad to get that crank thing that I have that's supposed to knit to get that thing going. I need somebody show me that you have one and how you got it to work, because I have tried and tried and tried. Like, it's literally sat in my house for a year now or more. I'm so frustrated. But I made a crochet hat, which is, listen, there's nothing wrong with my crochet spot, because I only have 4 stitches, I know, but I mean, it's on point. But the knitted ones are the ones that give you a little stretch when you go to put them on. And since I don't knit with needles, because there's 2 needles and they're way sharper, and like you can poke yourself, you can go blind. I'm not playing. So I don't know how to do that, but I got the machine that's supposed to make it super easy. Y'all must have seen on TikTok, they plug in a power drill or a screwdriver. They plug in a drill and they hit it on turbo, and this thing just knits like a crazy woman. So yeah, and then they've been able to do, like, I don't know, like 100 hats in a couple hours. I ain't that crazy, okay? I just need to get a few done for Christmas, that's all.
I still haven't made this.
And I need to know how to make baby booties. And I got to figure out the girl's headband. I know how to make a headband. We don't want a bow. We want a bat at the top. Because my grandbaby's first official concert will be after she's born, when she goes to Metallica. with Nana and Papa and her uncles. This is what we're doing because as we slay together, if we're rocking together and we're going, and it's a 2-day festival. So I did volunteer though, if it got too hot, that I'd be the one that stays home so they can all go and I'll just take care of the baby. But
I'll take care of the baby.
I have to do the booties because I've seen 1,001 pictures on Etsy where you can do these little booties that look like Uggs, or you can get little like you can make them so they look like little goth boots. I ain't that talented.
Oh, they're cute though.
I'd really like a Groot, but I'm not pushing my luck. But if anybody knows how to make them and wants to take the time to sit with me, and I mean sit with me live, face-to-face time. Okay, is this it? Nope, that's it. Is that it? Nope. Is that it? Like, I need a step-by-step walkthrough on this. But a corner
I'm back.
is that the zigzag one? Is that what a corner to corner is? That the one that looks like a zigzag pattern? Is that a corner to corner?
I think it's like, yeah, I think it's like this somewhere.
No, because the zigzag, you do this. So the corner to corner is you start at a corner, so you do a little chunk, and then you do, it gets longer, and then you have, oh, that's adding on and taking off numbers. Are you crazy, Regina? No, that's way too much math. I measured, listen, I count the first one. Listen, y'all know you do it too, but you just don't want to admit it. So I count the first row. And then because that's the tightest row that there is, and you stretch it out to see how far it's going to go. And then I take a measurement. And then guess what? And then on the second one, I just put it up to the first one and see if it fits.
All right. But Jess, you are looking fabulous.
I know. I don't know if you're eating lately, but you probably should.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't.
I don't like my prison girlfriend's too skinny.
Why? What?
She doesn't want her prison girlfriend too skinny.
Yeah.
I'm eating.
Right? Maybe it's just the camera, but
no, it's not the camera. Well, maybe it is. I don't know, but thank you. I don't know. Am I thanking you?
Girl, you
do I look good
skinny.
or like I need?
You looking skinny?
Oh, well, I can still uphold to the wind. I don't blow away like some people, so I'm all right.
Wait. All together now. You throwing stuff. By the way, take megaphone. We'll travel. Okay.
That would be so fun.
Are you Tuesday? If Bestie comes up on Tuesday, are you working Tuesday night?
No.
Okay, so here's the thing. I have a hair appointment Tuesday. Now, we have bad weather coming in because you guys are getting it now. And what usually happens, you get it first and then you throw it at me. You know, I don't want it. So if the weather's too bad on my end here, then it will be safe for me to travel going to you because then the weather should be letting up, right? If it's too nice here, then I have to plan accordingly for that travel because there's that certain stretch of road. The one where I come off and then I have to go down and the one that takes the sharp turn, whatever that road is. So that one gets all icy. It don't even have to be winter for it to get icy. So I just want to be careful. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And if I'm riding into town late, somebody better have my supper ready. A can of soup will work. Okay.
Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm good at night. I don't have anything. And Thursday, though, I will be out till night. But I don't think that really counts because night is early.
Okay. So I have a really good story. I have to change the company and the name of the company to protect certain people that I know. Okay. Get your coffees ready, or your cocos, your hot tea, whatever. Get your stuff ready, cuddle in. Okay, so there's this company, we'll call it a landscaping company, and they deal a lot with the outside world, kind of like woods and stuff, right? So if you don't appreciate your employees, sleep with one eye open, okay? So this kid, we'll call him Sam, was out in the woods doing what he's supposed to be doing, stuff. So he finds this doll, this really creepy doll. And he's like, want to mess with me? Want to screw with me? Takes the doll and hides it from everybody. So they don't even know that he got it. Shows up in the lunchroom. Shows up on the owner's desk. And every time somebody sees it, they're like, what the hell's with this doll? So the first one was like, yeah, I threw it in the barrel. They go, oh. Then the owner goes, how did it end up on my desk? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I threw it in the barrel too. So then they work their way down to the woman that signs the checks. You know, that part of the office where you can never break into, get into, or get your check early. You know, that place. Okay. So it lands on her desk. Now she's like, oh, hell, you ain't doing this to me. So she takes it and she chucks it out the window. Like a full Yahoo, let it rip tater chip kind of throw. She's like, it won't come back. But this company also has a Facebook page. You know, where you can put like employee of the month and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so then it starts with, anybody else finding this weird, crazy doll? Like, it's a creepy doll. Like, it keeps showing up and they're like, we haven't had anything in our location. Another person chimes in at the other location. No. What doll? Where did you get the doll? There's no houses there. Where'd you get the doll? What was the doll doing there? Everybody's like, I don't know. So it shows up again. So it went from the lady that signs the check, because remember, she checked it outside, figuring it's never going to come back. It shows up again. So now it shows up on the guy that shows up late, multi. Okay. Well, he works in like the repair department. Sam did. So there was a guy that he worked with that was a little mouthy. So the guy that sees it that's a little mouthy is like, hell no. Torches it. We don't do that, by the way, if it's a haunted object and we know it's haunted. You really shouldn't burn it because you just solidified. It's going to take a lot more to get rid of it. And then throws it away. I fixed that, this and that. So a week goes by. 2 weeks go by. Sam, in the meantime, hey, let's all do this right now. Everybody report psychics reading Swayam medium to Facebook Marketplace and block and ban them so that they don't contact you any further. See them, Chrissy?
I do, and it's not letting me do it.
You have to do it from somebody has to do it from the, yeah.
What do you think I'm doing? It's not letting me.
Oh, you know what? Because you have to do it the way I told you to do it for the other ones that we, yeah.
That's what I'm actually in the live, and I'm trying to do it, and it's not letting me.
Funny. So anyways, so this guy in the repair section, okay, he got mad. He torched the doll. And he's like, hell, no one's going to scare me, this and that. Okay. And then he threw it away. Well, now this guy, Sam, no longer works there because he got another job. But again, he's still following the stuff on the interweb, different locations because they have a Facebook page. And they're still talking about this doll. And they're like, no, we threw it away. It came back. I threw it away. It came back. I said, fire to it. It's not coming back. Well, little do they know, Sam has to drive by there on the way to his new job. So he goes in, gets the doll from the woods, and puts it in the guy's locker. Yeah, you heard it. In his locker. So then the guy goes into his locker after being like, yeah, I got rid of it. I burnt it, this and that, and finds the friggin' doll. Almost has a heart attack. Now he's taking firecrackers and putting it in very nasty places in a doll because he wants to make sure this thing gets obliterated. And now they've got like a slingshot thingy. So this isn't just going to go like 100 feet, 50 feet. This thing's going to go probably the size of a football field. And then this thing's going to go. It's going to go. It's going to go. They haven't seen the doll since, but it's still on the webpage because they're afraid the doll's going to come back. So now at all 3 locations, they're all looking for this doll. By the way, I already warned that kid, Sam, he tries it at my house, I'm gonna beat his ass.
I don't do dolls.
I don't do dolls either, but apparently Sam, who we all know who that Sam is in my family, thought it was funny as hell. And of course, he's telling me this while we're driving. I almost peed myself in my new car.
Well, I think Tanya has a story.
Okay.
She's in. Tanya, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
There we are.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. All right. So when we lived in California, Northern California, Ashley and I, my daughter, we went to a local chain restaurant to eat lunch, right? And of course, it's during COVID, and they've got all the tables outside, so everybody's eating
So
out.
is this during the mask period? You can't see us. Okay.
Yeah, unless you're eating outside. So they had tables in the parking lot. It was a whole thing. And so,
I never understood that because isn't that how it got passed was the germs outside, but it's okay.
right, logic, the logic.
I know.
But Ashley and I are sitting there eating lunch, and I just happened to look over at these two older ladies that were sitting there eating lunch. And I noticed the one gets up and she walks around the table to her friend and she taps her on the shoulder. And I don't know why I looked over there, but I did. And she was choking. And I'm like, oh hell. So I jump up, this older lady I'm 5 feet tall and 103 pounds, and she's bigger than I am. So I'm trying to, to clear her airway and whatever. And she's starting to turn blue. And this guy comes up. His name was Gordon, and I remember his name because of something else.
Flash.
He came over and he tried to clear her airway, and I mean he was picking her up. I was like, wow, we're going to an extreme here. But
nobody tried to slam her into a bar or something. What's the thing you're supposed to slam?
No, never do that.
No.
Listen, that's what they say to do. You know what I do? 911. That's what I
Not
do.
what I'm learning.
The restaurant had called 911. I told Gordon, I said, lay her on the ground and put her on her side. So
good idea.
And so I'm looking and I'm trying to clear her airway, and I roll her on her back and I'm doing abdominal thrusts. And as the ambulance shows up, well, Gordon walks off and he goes back and he sits at the table with his wife. And the ambulance shows up and I'm like, okay, all right. So they basically scoop and swoop her and take.
In other words, she's taking the bus ride, as we all say, with the lights on.
Yeah. And so Ashley and I sit back down, we're like, okay, now we're going to try to eat. And just as we're going to sit down, I hear, oh my God, Gordon, oh my God. And I turn and look, and this man who had tried to help me has collapsed in his chair. I'm like, what kind of day is this today?
Listen, you're going to tell me this restaurant after the show? Because I'm never going there.
Yeah, I'll tell you after. And so we go over, and there's some other people. And by the time I got over there, someone was already, they were doing CPR. So I was helping with CPR, and Ashley was checking heart rate and whatnot.
They had just left with the woman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He slumped over in his chair. I think he passed pretty quickly. I don't think
Widowmaker. Somebody just said Widowmaker.
I don't know. I was never told. I was told that the lady survived, but he did not. But I knew he was gone. But and I thought after all of that, I'm like, I think we're gonna forego lunch and go home.
Yeah.
So we get in the car, and I just have this weird. It's like it was this weird energy. I just had this buzz, this weird, and I thought, it's an adrenaline thing, right? Let it go. Yeah, but after I got home, and probably for several months, there was different things that would happen, and it started with I was sitting in the bedroom watching TV, and I just happened to glance over because I saw something, and I saw half of a figure with his arm up on his waist, looking at me like, why am I here? And it was, and I went, so I tell Jeff, and just like, oh, all right, that kind of thing. Well,
Jeff is
Jeffrey,
always helpful when we're scared. No, because he's usually laughing like that was a good one until like he gets nervous because we're not scared. I don't get that one, but okay.
well, then there's one morning, then it started, it was like the energy in the house changed. It was kind of chaotic, a little bit chaotic. And I talked to a shaman, and what he said was that Gordon's passing was sudden and he wasn't ready, and his soul split. And part of his soul came with you back to your home. He says, give him time. Once he figures it out, he's going to join up with the rest of
He
himself.
came back with
Okay.
you because you tried helping him.
Everybody listen, ladies, what do we know? No hitchhikers.
Yeah.
No vacancies.
No
I think I
hitchhikers,
was-
no rides.
Yeah, I didn't even think twice. I didn't think that something like that could actually happen where, I tried to help somebody and he didn't survive and part of his soul split and came home. Who wants to hang out with me? And I'm like,
We do.
and and then Jeffrey, right? Again, I'm in the bedroom and he goes to the other bathroom to go to the bathroom. The hallway's dark. And he tells me this story like 3 hours later. Apparently, he came out of the bathroom and he saw a shadow figure go across the hallway and into the bedroom that I was in. Okay. This man does not tell me that this happens for about 3 hours. He doesn't come down the hallway and say, maybe you need to leave the bedroom because somebody just walked in there. I didn't know it, but he saw it and he saw the shadow walk in there. And I'm like, and you didn't say anything? Well, Jeffrey.
So listen, your husband Jeffrey, who's in spirit, by the way, because he hangs out here a lot. There's a current case that's going on in Massachusetts. Because he ain't got nothing better to do than to pick on me. He's the reason why I have weird dreams and stuff, because he keeps shoving cases my way. But I can't publicly comment on this case because I don't want to be a suspect, nor do I want to be any of the add-ons, because it's sort of like a chain of events. Like you tip one domino over and you're going to get the whole thing. And it's kind of like, it's going to get very nasty. But where you guys aren't in Massachusetts, you should totally watch Massachusetts and like the different cases that are being played out in the courts, and you can usually see it on like court television, law, whatever the law, and something else one.
I think Jess wants to say something.
Yeah.
Jess was just going to say, I'll pop back in. That's a cool story, but I will pop back in. I have to go get rid of my children.
Okay.
He means put them to bed. She didn't mean it that way, people. Come on.
Like, boy.
Nice try, though.
Yeah. Well,
So he's like, listen, I know he's head over heels on a couple of the cases that he was shoving my way, but this man is just a little, like, if he would listen to me, and like, I don't know if they're allowed coffee over there, but he needs decaf on so many levels, because this has got him all riled up, because he doesn't like dirty cops.
Oh, he doesn't.
And this is this is going right up there against Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And then some. So he's got some real issues with it. Hi, April Marie. Hi, Rayanne. How are you?
Yeah. Well, this Gordon thing, it started bugging him for a little while because we were hearing him walk around on occasion.
Does he have salt and pepper hair?
Yeah. Yeah. That I can remember. Yeah. That's, I mean, I was close to his face, but the last I saw of what I think was remnants of him was, again, I don't know why, I guess I spent a lot of time in the bedroom, but again, I'm sitting in the bedroom and I look out into the living room. The living room was like this, kind of straight and off to the right. And there was a black ball, but it was almost like a mist. And I watched it come down. It hit the top corner where the living room, where it turns down to the hallway, and it rounded that corner and went down the hallway. And that's kind of the last that I experienced of him.
What time of year did this happen?
It would have been 2021. I want to say 2020 or 2021. It was during COVID when they were making us.
What do you know? What month? Like, was it September, October, November, around there?
Yeah.
Because I was so you know the thing that that thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now you know who it is.
Can't be the same guy.
Remember, you said we you had an extra one that just sort of shown up because it was a little more angst with the dogs than it normally was.
Yeah.
Okay, this is that extra one.
Why? I was
Well,
under the impression he left because I mean that was in California and I wasn't getting any more activity. So I thought maybe he collected. He
listen,
figured
I'm
it
always
out.
surprised when I go to different locations and the spirits already know my name and I'd never been there.
Yeah. Well, I don't. It doesn't make sense why he would want to keep sticking around with me. I mean,
No, I think it's. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I think it's his way of thanking you because he remembers it because it's like the anniversary of his death.
oh,
So I
okay.
think it's like a thank you. Like, just want to remind you because I know you're thinking about it, but I just want to say thank you for what you did.
Oh, okay.
But I
Yeah.
don't think I don't think he lives with you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying during the month of October, November, it's sort of like he lingers a bit.
Oh, okay.
Which,
Yeah.
if you don't already know this, if you have spirits that live in your house already and there's a new spirit, it's like playing Yahtzee. Not everybody is going to get along. You're not always going to get a word. Somebody will. And then everybody else is angry about it. Kind of if you take a new haunted object and you put it on the shelf with the other haunted objects, there's some rift because you have to discuss it first.
I'm still going to be here, but I also am, class time thing. So
you do you, Mama. You do you.
Yeah. No, I don't. I think the only ones that are here mostly now, I think it's mostly Dalton. And I think Jeff pops in from time to time. But that idiot the one that was throwing things and well, he wasn't throwing things. He was just making sounds like he was and pulling my hair
The
and
spirit having
whatever.
the temper tantrum.
Yeah, I haven't dealt with him in a while. So
Well, we did ask. I did outsource to a couple of reliables to go over there and help you out in spirit. So if that thing hasn't been around, it probably doesn't exist anymore.
I'm good with that. As long as he isn't here.
Because I keep hearing the word he was yummy.
Well, okay. That'll
Listen,
work.
what spirits do in their job, and that's on them. I don't live in that area, so I'm good. I'm good. So you sent me a link to that place.
Yeah.
To do an investigation.
Yeah.
I've checked it out with my producer, who knows basically everything, all the nooks and crannies there. He said, no bueno, too much money for that.
Okay.
So he's looking for a place that doesn't necessarily, like I said, it doesn't have to be Gettysburg, but he has connections. So he's going to try to find another place and see what he can get us on how good of a deal so that we everybody can go.
Yeah.
Because again, listen, I'm with you guys too. We have to keep it more than affordable because you got to figure you're driving for gas money. You might have to spend a night at a hotel. So you don't want it in that kind of, we don't want things with 2 digits.
Right.
Like 2 digits are under, but 3 digits, that's definitely a no. There's definitely a no.
Yeah.
Now, the only difference would be is if it's haunted and that's for the whole house. And we get to stay there like that. Like you gotta, how this works. You have to weigh it out.
Right. Yeah.
But I do have, okay. So there's a cemetery that keeps showing up in my dreams. And the cemetery, I think, is New Hampshire. I can't really be sure because of the geography that they're giving me. So I can't swear by it, but if I was a betting girl, I'd bet it was New Hampshire. So this place may have a lot more doors that need to be opened because the activity is increasing. So I'm trying to check that out. And it has a connected cemetery involved with it.
Okay. Yeah, that might be something good to bring Dakota along with too.
Right. And I'm trying to do something so that we could also do like, we could do a little in the daytime, right? And then go back at night. So you're doing like 2 parts because generally speaking, they only usually let you in for a few hours. That's usually the thing. But if you're going to create an ideal investigation, you want to at least three times to investigate. So day, introduce yourself, night, and then the last time maybe the following night, and you might try to use some trigger objects or some planned experiments, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
that's the ideal thing. But when these
Right.
places allow people to investigate, they're not about what's proper and how it's supposed to be. They're all about
get it in. Yeah, get in and get it done. Yeah.
In some places they say are haunted, and then I get there, and then there's it's a cold fish. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing happened.
Right.
Like that's on them. What I don't want, so like places that have been investigated so many times, you're probably not going to get a good solid investigation because the spirits are just kind of bored.
Yeah.
But when we go in, because we go in with positive energy, it shows the spirits that, because listen, what is the best noise a kid could make? It's like when they're so happy and they're laughing and they get that high pitched giggle, their energy's through the roof.
Yeah.
Versus when they go to a dentist or something and they're screaming and their energy's sort of through the roof. You want the positive energy that you're feeding it. You don't want to feed it the negative.
Right. Well, a lot of people, there are a fair amount of investigators don't think about that.
Right. So I'm going to call it proper investigating 101, or we got to give it a good name so like people understand what we're talking about, because it really is it's how you should investigate. So I mean, I know a lot of people listen, we all seen shows on TV. Some of those are scripted. You don't go in and kick a hornet's nest and then go like, oh, I got stung. Did you kick it? Yeah. Did you know those hornets there? Yeah.
It's
here's your sign.
Yeah, it's investigation etiquette.
Yes, investigation etiquette 101.
Yeah, it's kind of like anything else. If you wouldn't want somebody barreling into your place and being rude and touching things and whatever.
You wouldn't go to somebody else's grandma's house and go in there and pee on her couch, right? You wouldn't leave the doors wide open, right? So you close the door when you leave and you show respect.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, let's see, are you going to give up answers if you have a child that's poking you all the time? Are you going to give up answers for a child that comes over and says, I love you, Nana, right? You're going to give the I love you, Nana's going to get more time because you're not, knock it off. See? And don't forget, I have a grandbaby coming. So as usual, even before the grandbaby, safety first, family first. That's how I roll. So if we go, and you should always have a code word to get your butts out of there fast. So it's always going to be this way because the dead will always be there in one form or another. No matter where you go, something's going to have a dead thing there. Human, animal, whatever. I can only keep on living for so many years. Before I have to cross over. So I will take care of them then. But it's more important that we take care of the ones that are alive and breathing and with us.
Yeah.
And we got to start teaching the children of today how to do better and make better decisions, because we went from being, we don't need no help, and they basically kicked you out all day. They don't want to see you till dinner time. Versus now that they're so sensitive that, like, a cloud comes by and they're like, oh, I want to go back inside. Nay. I will find something interesting for you to do. You know what I mean? Like, you remember these words, Mom, I'm bored.
Yeah. Oh, they didn't tell me that a lot because I'd be like, well, I got things that need to be done.
Or the other one, I'm crying. I'll give you something to cry about, kid.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
I was hoping Dakota was going to come on the live because and have her talk about what's been going on in the apartment, but she's probably busy with the boys. They definitely keep her busy.
Listen, we make plans. God laughs.
Yeah.
We can't. I haven't been able to carve 20 minutes out for myself because when I do, something else has come up and take that spot. Like
Mhm.
I'm supposed to call the doctor for the shoulder thing that isn't getting better. It's now getting to the point where it's just as bad as when he did before the surgery. So
Mhm.
I'm not happy with that. And then it was sore yesterday. Oh my God. So I'm going through it. I have to go to the bathroom at the concert. Naturally, I do. I have to. I have to. It's at a club. So, you do the side scoot. If you're a woman, we do the side scoot. Excuse me, pardon me. And these guys wouldn't move.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm a little annoyed because if I have to hip check you, that's not my fault. That's on you because I asked you to scoot over and this girl had to pee. So then
Yeah.
I get back. So then it's the last song, and I want to get out before there's a stampede coming out. And this
Mhm.
guy had his arm up. He had his right arm up. The left side's my really bad shoulder. He had his right arm up, yeah, and then brought his arm down sharply onto the shoulder.
Oh.
Of
Yeah.
which my husband had hit my hand, and that caused it to have. It was already aggravating me because it was a downpour of rain, but it just one thing after that. But it hurt so bad that I literally stopped for a second, and I feel bad for the old guy that did it because he was like, "Oh my God, is she all right?" And my husband's like, "Give her a minute," because I had to catch my breath because literally it's like, I'm like, okay, and he's like, "You weren't moving for a good 2 minutes." I'm like, "It was painful," and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's not your fault. You didn't cause my shoulder pain, but you didn't help it." I said, it's just been a hot mess. I just want to get out of here and go home. But I had such a good time. But yeah, it's one of those
Mhm.
where you have the pain. And I'm like, yeah. And I keep saying,
Yeah.
to myself, "Oh yeah, I'll call the doctor. I'll call the doctor." I've
Yeah.
been doing that now for 8 months.
Yeah. We all do that.
And I have
Yeah.
115 days before this baby comes.
Well, you best get on it then.
I know. And I have a long list of things. Oh, I got stops. I got stops. I got stops. So
Yeah.
let's see. While I have you on here, they are showing me money's coming your way. Were you owed money, a small amount of money? Maybe
I
for
tax. There was like a tax thing that I got a while back that said that Jeff and I had overpaid, and
was
then
it like
I didn't.
3,000 something?
No, I thought it was like 1,600. But I never saw it. I was like, well,
Okay, so is this because you know how we get two checks, right? Because we get the state and then the federal.
right.
Is it both the state and the federal that owes you a little money that would get to the tune of around $3,000?
It's possible if we overpaid 2 years in a row. I don't know. They just been. I think they were going through the tax filings. Again after maybe they do that when someone passes away. I don't really know. But I had gotten a letter in the spring saying that the feds owed us this much, and the check they were going to send it, and it was an IRS letter. And then I got busy and kind of forgot about it until, here I am with $50 in my bank account going, oh shit, I got to pay my water bill tomorrow. Um, and then I thought I never did get that check, and, thinking other money stuff. And
The amount is just when I say just under 3,000, I mean it's gonna be the $3,010 or something, or it's gonna be 2,900.
yeah,
Basically 3,000.
Are we talking about money? We giving money away? Come on now.
I don't have
no,
money.
you're giving me money, Bestie. That's how it
Yeah.
works. You're giving me money.
Ah, oh, you funny.
Only.
She's like, I ain't got no money.
So they're
Nope, I'm
telling
broker
you
than
about this money, but you already brought it up because you have a bill that has to be paid. But
Yeah.
it feels like the money will be there a couple weeks before Christmas.
Mhm.
So they're
Yeah.
saying that there'd be an issue that if it goes past January, it's not a statute of limitations. This is a technical term for it, but you'd have to fill out the paperwork all over again.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not, which I'm not ruling out that they're not already going to make you sign a new document, this and that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jeff would like everybody to know, if you're traveling outside of the United States, please be extra careful and extra cautious. Like, rethink to yourself, do I really need to be part of a world war?
Yeah. Well, I ain't going anywhere.
Keep your passports with you. But again, we go back to September 11th rules, which is if you see something, say something. Okay. But he wants everybody to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad he's passing a message on for everybody.
Dude, like, I feel like he's put his badge back on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've seen him go through those phases when it's necessary.
when something really irks him, like, and it's not, they've been denied justice. I sort of see him put the badge on, and then he's different. He's like on duty Jeff versus then at home Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And right now he's on duty.
Yeah. Yeah. These two totally different people. I mean, yeah. You know, just sometimes it was
but he did
different.
he did say, he's like, I want you to comment. He goes, but there's a risk involved. I'm like, do I look like I'm a risk taker? Do I hang glide? No. Do I jump with the parachute? No. Dude, this is not the girl that's going to be a risk taker, because some people, when they have abilities, they don't realize this. Like, oh yeah, you predicted this and that, or you solved it. Yeah. So when you do that and you put yourself out there and you call the cops saying, hey, I got some information for you, you just made yourself the number one suspect.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like,
girl, I don't want to be the number one. I don't even want to be top 10 on the list. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Again, I don't pay for advertising, and basically people still end up in my feed. It's word of mouth. So yeah.
I think his heart is in the right place, but he's so anxious to get that information.
He totally understands, but he's like, man, you were right. Because when he first brought it to me, I'm like, she didn't do it. And he's like, I know. He goes, but do you know? And before he even finished the sentence, I'm like, oh yeah, I know how it played out. I'll tell you how it played out. And he's like, you knew? I go, yeah. And he's like, well, why aren't you doing something? But I go, think about it. No. And he goes on and on. And I go, okay, slow your roll. Listen to yourself again. And he's like, yeah. And I go, did they catch the guy that did it? And he goes, well, no. And I go, is she still going to go through the trial because like they're accusing her? Yeah. I go, and what happens when it's not her? He goes, well, they'll point to somebody else. This ain't it. This ain't it. It's not like I live 17 states away from this. I live in the damn state. Related to some police.
Yeah.
No bueno. No bueno.
Well, you know, it sounds like he talks to you more than he talks to me. But
again, it's like, because he'll be like, oh, crocheting again.
Well,
welcome to my life, Jeff. Yeah, why? Well, because there's this thing, and I'm like, I already watched the ID Network 24/7, and I will tell you, all the serial killers live in Pennsylvania, or they're using Pennsylvania as a good body drop, because every time it starts, it's like, please don't be PA, please don't be PA, please don't be someplace I drive through all the time. It's always the same place, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go there next week. Damn it! Like, I don't want. Oh, I'll be driving. I'll be driving the speed limit on that place.
Yeah,
my car if anything goes wrong.
Well, tell Jeff that I'm sure he's heard me talk about it. I'm considering selling my car because I have 3 cars here, but I think he might be a little bit upset about it because it's a car I wanted for a while. I have 3 cars and I need the money more than I need the car, so.
You have 3 cars?
Yeah, I have his car.
Okay.
And then I have
Is there a new car?
I bought a Gladiator about a year ago, July. And then
that's not the one you're selling.
No, it's my Focus RS. But he did some work on it. He was doing an engine build that the engine was never put in before he passed away. It's just one of those things. But I'm definitely selling the engine build because I can do it.
Listen, he's like, if you're looking at it from a sentimental point of view
Yeah.
and it keeps you happy, keep it.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't make financial sense and it's going to sit there and collect dust, like he says, I know it's going to sit there and collect dust.
Yeah.
Get rid of it. But he said, be choosy on who you're selling it to,
Mm-hmm.
because if you try to rush it, you'll have to take less.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I have his car purely for sentimental reasons, and he knows it. And I actually don't drive his car a lot. I drive my car in the truck more, but his car isn't going anywhere. So yeah, he might be a little upset if I ever decided to sell that car.
What's with the ducks?
Oh,
Ducks, quack, quack.
that's a Jeep thing. You get ducked. Like
Why? But why is he? I know about the duck Jeep thing, but why is he bringing up ducks?
because
Did you get ducked?
Yeah, I have two. I got ducked when I was in Minton at the flea market, and then I have the little duck that Levi got when he went to the dentist in North Carolina.
Oh, what kind of duck did they leave you with at the flea market? Kimmy always drives a Jeep, so she gets ducks all the time.
I got one. It's got like the troll hair. The hair stands straight up, and it's got goofy eyes on it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Those are
Yeah,
the
we
ducks.
don't have anything cool like that. My new thing is that everybody thinks I drive a Lexus. I drive a Ford. I will only drive a Ford.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? I will still only drive a Ford.
Well,
I only drive Fords. But I think it's funny because I'd never seen a Lexus. So I'm like, why do people keep thinking I drive a Lexus? And then I saw one the other night and I was like, hey, that kind of looks like my car. So it's Lisa who drove the Lexus, and now I'm just Lisa who drives the Linda, I guess, or Karma, as I call her. But yeah,
Karma, is that the name you picked for her?
Karma's what we went with, yeah. And she's lived up to it already because people are just like, oh, you got a new car.
Mm.
Yeah. What happened to your old car? I'm like, you looked at it. It's been called Medusa, but I couldn't fit all the snakes on the roof. Lisa driving a Lexus, and I'm like, what a Lexus? Like, I didn't understand. I'm like, is that like a brand name, or is that like, like an Explorer? And my husband's like, you don't know what a Lexus is? I'm like, I know an Alexis. That's her name, but she's a human. Like, I don't get it.
No, Lexus is just an overpriced vehicle.
Yeah, but you know what? Mine looks kind of like it, but like I like mine better.
Yeah.
And I figured out that S is for, on the little knobby thing, it's for sport mode. So it does something else. So like if I use it, it's probably going to get me a ticket. So I'm just not going to use it ever because I don't want to know what it does.
Oh, I have sport mode in my Focus RS, and I have drift mode, and I have launch mode, and I have track mode.
No, this is just the S. So I don't have a regular ignition. Mine's like a turn knob thing.
Yeah, mine was it's a Focus built on a rally platform.
Okay, so we had the S. No, not even the dealer knew what it was.
You'd think they'd try to know what the hell.
Listen, I got my oil changed, and the guy goes, I'm going to need you to pop the hood. I'm like, you got it. And I sat there. He goes, you're not going to pop the hood? I go, I haven't owned it that long to figure out where that is. I haven't need to do a thing to it. And the guy underneath changing the wheel was like, wow, her husband's got a nice car. First of all, I had little Rita with me, so I yelled underneath my car. I'm like, what makes you think it's my husband's? His car's older than mine. And he goes, this isn't your husband's car? I'm like, no, this is a botch itchy car. Yes, it's mine. She's Karma. And they go, it's called Karma. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm going to take my time. I'm like, yeah, because they couldn't get the plate off underneath that holds everything in. And he was like, we're having trouble getting it off. I'm like, don't scratch it. She's brand new. And then like, well, we're going to check your fluids. I'm like, every fluid better be there I better not need nothing out of this thing because it's wall-to-wall carpeting of every kind of coverage you can think of.
Yeah.
And they were laughing. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yep. Everybody else, we got in and out of here in 20 minutes. He goes, yes, it's taking like an hour and a half. And I'm like, don't. And then they put the hood down. I'm like, polish it. I want no fingerprints. And there's readers like that. Don't make me have my dog attack you. And they're like, you have a dog on the car? He was sitting in my arm in her little pumpkin sweatshirt. And they were like, wait, that's a dog? I'm like, would you think I brought my dolly with me? Idiots.
My truck is a Gladiator Rubicon, so I named it Rubius.
Nice.
Yeah.
What you trying to say, Jess?
So I wasn't going to hop back on because I still have like quite a bit to do. But then I got freaked out. So I thought I'd hop back on and you guys could be like all telling me what the fuck just happened.
No, she didn't mean that.
What the heck just
Why
happened?
are you all freaked out?
I'm all right now.
What happened?
Okay. Oh my God. So I was in the kitchen and I saw someone in the what is going to be my living room, walk across the living room. So I thought one of the kids was up walking around.
Girl, did you not
Hey,
smell before?
nobody's there. I mean, they're there, but it wasn't my kids.
Am I stopping at your house first before I even get to Bestie's?
I don't know. I mean, I saw a few people walking around in here before, but it was an old lady's house and she passed away.
You just got there.
I know, but
bothering you yet?
Everybody bothers me all the time. They figured what's one more, I'm assuming.
Seems like a male.
I'm making a brand new batch of smudge, so
yeah.
But
I think it's a male.
The chamomile oil finally came in because like that was. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a biologist. I don't know how you get oil from tea that's already dried in a bag anyway. So I don't know. But I was having trouble locating it. I got it. So.
But I have been seeing people walking around, especially in that room or the room I'm actually in right now, like what's going to be my bedroom and the living room. I've seen people walking around or the kitchen. Okay, I just see people walking around everywhere I am.
When you see it happen, take 3 random pictures, like boom, boom, boom.
Well, I don't have my phone on me all the time. Nobody talks to me. I don't ever have time to talk. No cameras.
You don't have to send it to me right away, but when it happens, just go ding, ding, ding with three consecutive photos because you might pick up what's going on.
Okay. Well, definitely something. I don't know. There's been a lot of like.
How close are you to the cemetery at this place?
I'm near no cemeteries whatsoever. I'm near a church though.
Churches aren't just for mass on Sundays, you know. They do a lot of christenings and they also do a lot of funerals. Funny how that happens, right?
Oh, guys. Duh, I'm so stupid. Super funny. Okay, hold on before I curse again. I'll get too excited. I am next to a funeral home.
We're all thinking the same thing. You know what we're thinking? Hello.
And,
oh my God. I'm like, it's not a cemetery.
No,
thank God I dyed my hair blonde.
It's the stop before the cemetery. And for some people, wrong. And some people, it's the stop before the church to the cemetery.
Well, she's not wrong. It's not the cemetery.
It's not the cemetery. Well, I'll agree with you for that one.
There's a reason I keep my hair blonde. And this would be it. Oh my God.
Whew. Okay. Kat, is there a specific area you would like me to look into? Now, Pat Karst, you said you had your dog have a barking fit and the room got really cold. Did somebody recently pass? Did you have an animal that passed not too long ago? Because I'm getting it's an animal. Hello, Charlotte. How are you, honey? Hi, Tammy. How are you? Hello, Almeida. I'm sorry, my mind's off, so my pronunciation's still gonna be off. Hello, Josie Coco McDonough. Let's see. Oh, did I say hello to Colleen? This is Kathy.
I can't see anything on this phone.
Monica.
I
That's
didn't like
because listen, because you have to go down the bottom, you have to click comments, which will pull you out of the visual, and then you get to see it, and then you have to come out of that and go into that.
Yeah, that's how I booted myself out the very first time. Mm-mm.
Your cat passed. Okay. That's what they're barking at. The weird thing is that Sierra's been gone like what, 3 weeks now? She showed up yesterday in spirit and scared the bejesus out of me.
Who?
Yeah, so Charlotte has a cat that's been missing, and it's kind of like I get a general area, but the cat's never in the same spot twice, which is weird. But now I think somebody has them and has the kitty in. No, kitty, it's his cat. Whoever has their cat in the basement, like this kid wants to keep the cat. So if everybody could just keep some good positive energy for this cat and the little boy that wants to listen. Ain't no way that they're going to hide that cat down there for a month, because you know what's going to happen. The parents are going to get a whiff of it. And I mean, literally a whiff of it. So I just want them to, let the kitty go or call her. Okay, Cat Lopez. I have been trying to tap into my gift for over 20 years, and it's touch and go. It's been my mom around heavy, but I don't know why what she's trying to tell me and about Mackenzie's connection to me. Okay. So if the harder you want to do something and you force it, the less likely it's going to happen. All you end up doing is just pushing it farther away. So I want you to do this an hour before bed every night. Shut off all your electronics, even the phone, or turn the volume down to low. Do a little meditating. Doesn't have to be long. Can be just be like watching some nice relaxing videos that put you in the right state of mind. A cup of chamomile tea. And it takes practice. So you can't just do it overnight. It takes about a week, a little bit more a week, to constantly be doing it to get it to happen naturally. Now, you're having dreams. Now, whether or not you're remembering them, when you first wake up after having the dream, if you keep a pen and paper or pencil and paper by your bed and you start writing it, as soon as you wake up, start writing it. I know we can't see the paper. Like, you use a big pad of paper and just write it, okay? And then go back and look at it. And if you journal that for about a week, there's a pattern that you're supposed to see, which is the message that's coming through. But don't worry, because if you don't get the message, Spirit will choke you with it eventually, because they drive me crazy for a month until I get it, until I can plug it into the right person. It doesn't leave me alone. It's like worse than that earworm song that goes on. Really need my gifts for what's to come. Okay, so somebody on the other side's telling you to pace yourself. Are you trying to do too much at the same time? Because sometimes you can only focus on one thing at a time. Even when I use my abilities, it's not like I'm using 3 abilities at once. I focus on one thing and what that is. Because if not, then you're spreading your energy all over the place and you don't have enough juice to do what you need to do. Good evening, Bonnie Brown. My roommate had court battle with her child. Dad judge his family. Dad now has a little girl. Oh, are we getting her back? Okay, hold on. Does she have a lawyer? Sheridan, does she have a lawyer? Listen, I'm not a lawyer, so follow along. But somebody needs to get it declared a mistrial or a trial without prejudice. Did I say that right, Jeff? Okay, without prejudice. Which just means that they can redo the case or rehear the case or something. Listen, nobody said it was going to be easy. but everything has to be documented. It feels like there's a technicality in the paperwork as well, which is why you'll be able to get it as a mistrial. Now, whether or not she's going to get her back is a whole different thing, because it feels like you have to jump through more hoops to get her back than you have. All right. So if you're going to measure, like I could do like 3 screw ups, right? It only takes 2 for them to take the kid away. But if I want the kid back, now I got to go through 17 other steps in order to get that kid back for something. You know what I mean? So but then again, they're saying pace yourself. Spirit tells me to sell my furniture and pack. Ooh, nice. Where you going? Okay, hold on. So also, I have a close friend in the hospital, and it's not looking good for him. He's a musician, and today a member of his band died, not even sick that I know of. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm going to send some abundance of healing energy coming your way. But yeah, what's set in stone, I can't change. So I can't change divine intervention. Because if I could fix something and tell you exactly when somebody was going to die, and we all knew that, don't you think we would change our agenda? Okay, that's the other question. Yes, it's a lot of messages. I can't remember. I'm a massage therapist. So I'm always clearing my energy. Yeah. So just keep a pen and paper with you wherever you go and just jot it down. Because they're telling me that it's repetitive. So they've repeated it to you already. Listen, when we're focused on other people's energies, you know what happens. All our stuff falls out of our head, and the stuff that we're supposed to remember, we can't remember. The stuff we don't want to remember, we can remember that. Like, exactly. Josie Coco McDonough, will I get custody of your grandson? Again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't even play one on the side, or on TV for that matter. Yes and no. Yes, but it's not going to happen right away. And it feels like, Josie, that there's going to need to be some backup plans made. And that's how you get them, is via the backup plan. So that's all I can say, because they're telling me to cautiously wait before I say too much online. Okay. Also, I have a close friend. All right, I already did that one. Bonnie, I need to know if both of my kids will fare well with their relationship. Charles Burn. Oh, Bonnie, it feels like somebody's stirring the pot. Somebody's stirring the pot. Like, it's somebody that can't just let people be happy. I don't know why. There's a whole bunch of people like that won't let the people be happy. Listen, if it doesn't affect you and you weren't invited or whatever, don't get your panties in a bunch, people, okay? It just means that you have to think, like, why wouldn't I have been invited? Maybe that wasn't their party. Maybe it wasn't their guest list. Maybe it's something you said or did in the past. Maybe they've given you 45 chances and you still keep blowing them away, right? Like, so you have to think about that. But yeah, somebody's stirring the pot. Let me pull a card for you, because they're telling me to pull a card. Did this pot stirring start about 6 months ago? Okay, so I'm getting the Dreamer card. A leap of faith. Follow your dreams. Unexpected opportunities. Now, I feel it's going to be the unexpected opportunities for them, Bonnie, but here's the thing. These opportunities also leave the door open for stuff to come in. And somebody's stirring the pot. So as they say, in that lovely movie, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. Drop the gun, take the cannoli. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. So just tell them to be cautious and keep their head on a swivel. So many people out to get other people. It's unbelievable.
Lisa,
Facebook. Yes, ma'am.
do you there in any of you feeling like this anxiety in your chest?
Yeah. Last 5 days or so. It's a violent pain too.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel really,
I have-
really angry.
Hello, Nicholas Troy. Hello from Dakota and I. Okay, hi, Nicholas. How are you? April says, I have a friend or an ex that passed away about a couple of years ago. Does he ever come to visit me and still love me? Of course, he still loves you, honey.
Nicholas is Dakota's boyfriend. My daughter.
Okay. April, he visits you, but also he can't spend too much time there with you when he visits, and because he's been advised that he needs to let you let go. I know. I can feel the look from Tanya coming. I can feel it. You had it. It's not that he doesn't love you because he doesn't want to be there, because he does, but where he has to follow the rules over there, which aren't the same necessary rules here. They're telling him to cut back on the visitations or how long he's there, because they need you to be able to let go, because you have to put the past in the past before you can move forward. Don't hate the messenger, girl. Do not hate the messenger. 80 and sunny in South Carolina. Lisa, that's not very nice.
That's where you need to go investigate.
It is 43 degrees here right now, okay? 80 and sunny.
Go, South Carolina. There you go.
When you go to
Okay,
the
but this person that's stirring the pot started stirring it severely, like started really giving it a deep stir about 6 months ago. So something happened 6 months ago that triggered this. I don't trust them. I don't like shady people. You got it, Mama. Absolutely, Bonnie. You just got the land start the process. Yeah, just it's going to be a long process, but what you need to know is you haven't done anything wrong, okay? And it's not like you want the other people to do wrong in order for you to get your grandbaby. You want the best for them, but the most important thing is you got to curb this, because this will get you in trouble all the time. So the less negative you put on it, the better off you're going to be, because the facts will speak for themselves. But it's not like they haven't been given an olive branch, an olive branch, an olive branch. It just feels like one of these olive branches is going to set fire to the other olive branches, and that's how it happens. So just be patient, okay? And try to stay positive. I know it's hard, but try to stay positive. Positivity will help everything. Any news with my passed away sister? Is she happy? What's the big event for November besides Thanksgiving? Was there like an annual family thing, Nicholas? It's gorgeous this time of year. Well, you have to send me some pictures, Lisa. Let's see. -3. Oh, Jesus, Bonnie. I got a fire going upstairs, but it ain't gonna be anything to warm you guys up. Let's see. I'm sure it has been confusing lately, Kat. Don't forget, we're approaching October 31st when the veil's at its thinnest. And then Spirit doesn't really have to be back on the other side completely until January 1st. So there's a little leeway. So be prepared for the weird stuff to happen and the awkward, because that's what Spirit does to us all the time. Okay, because there's some sort of family celebration that she wants to bring up. It like feels like Thanksgiving, but it's not Thanksgiving. So the only time my family ever got together was when something big was happening.
Ooh, there better not be another pregnancy.
I say nothing about pregnancy.
I'm just saying, no.
But now that you mentioned it,
Her and Dakota and Nick need to stop it.
both of you find hobbies. You're not rabbits. such a thing as a cold shower, laundry, cleaning. That stuff will kill time too. So for tonight, Bonnie. Yeah, no, looking forward to that. I gotta know this one. Do you see a baby in the future for me other than my son? Yes, April, there is one, but it's 2 years away. I don't believe it's a girl. Yes, my daughter passed, and her boyfriend is such a bad father. I have him full time now, but I'm scared he will take him for money. I must plan how this works. So, daddies are not mummies, although they can be very good parents, but they're not a mummies. And if you're a mummy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not throwing shade at the men. I'm just saying that they're not mummies. And as far as the courts looking upon mummies or daddies, they tend to lean more towards the females. Is what it is. I'm not looking at each individual case because I would base it myself on an individual case. I do feel that if they're gonna try to give the daddy his baby, he'll have a lot of hoops that he has to jump through, and there's really not a lot of leeway for them anymore because it's sort of like, where were you? And you are who again? Because we don't have nothing down here that you ever been seen. Did you just materialize from the other side, dude? Because if this is your child, why isn't your name on the birth certificate? Why haven't you made an appearance in the child's life? Why haven't you ever volunteered money? Why haven't you paid child support? There's a lot of questions, and for each question, you can bet your boots that judge is going to be like, and not the good mm-hms. So he's going to have a lot of hoops that he has to jump through, a lot. And like I said, first, second, okay, third attempt, somebody's not doing what they're supposed to be doing and figures that they'll just look cute and they can get away with it. And that's not what's going to happen. So I don't feel that you're going to lose custody. I feel like there's going to be a shared custody for a small moment of time, but it doesn't really affect the kid's schedule, if that makes any sense. Yeah. You're always going to be the main caregiver. About that. Like I said, I see some shared custody, but shared only means that they're entitled to it. But if they're not showing up to get the kid, guess what? That's not really shared custody, is it? Because they couldn't be bothered. So just be patient. Just be positivity. Don't badmouth the father, nothing in front of the child. Because listen, little ears got big mouths. Yes, they do have grandparents, right? Provided that they haven't broken rules that would prevent them from ever having children, being access to the children. Just saying. All right. You do have psychic gifts, Kat. You do. Listen, people, you wish for these abilities, you get them, and then you're like, oh my God, it took forever. And then you're like, oh my God, there's too many of them. Careful what you wish for. Allow them to unfold at their own pace, because if you rush something, you're not going to get the full benefit of the ability. And a lot of times it's not the destination, it's the journey that you learn your lessons from. Would you say the entity is still in our apartment? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. Because we all know what happens when we talk about it. It sort of gives them a little extra oomph. But I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just going to say we're not talking about that. Can you read between these lines? Can you? Okay. That was subtle, right? Subtle. I'm good at subtle. When a subtle comes in a frying pan, you're good.
Yeah.
I would say the less we talk about it, we got to get it to calm down. And right now it has not been calming down. Maybe it's because you guys are like rabbits. You need to find a hobby. Maybe.
Shoot, I think those boys are enough energy to keep things going in there.
Girl, where do they find the energy, period? Could we bottle up what the kids have for energy? Because I just want like a little bit, just a little bit to get me through my day. Or I've noticed in the past week or so, it's like I feel every bit of my age some days, and other days like I'm good. But for the most part, I feel every bit of my age because of the weather. It's just, there's no let up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Do you what else did you want to add that something freaked you out? What freaked you out, girl, before you would come up with cussing? Jess? Why should I have you on mute?
What, me?
Yeah, you said something scared the bejesus out of you. You couldn't tell me because so it's just that? It's just because you live next door to a funeral home and not a cemetery? There's nothing else you want to add?
Aside from I've been seeing people everywhere, I don't really, the location hasn't really been relevant. They're just everywhere, which I guess, makes sense, but they're just everywhere.
Or maybe the dark clouds no longer blocking your psychic abilities.
Could be.
Booyah.
Could be. I didn't
Booyah.
think of that.
Booyah.
I didn't think of that.
Woo-hoo.
Ooh, so I will tell you, I'm losing things right in front of my.
Oh,
I swear to God, it wasn't me.
no,
I had cards in one hand and touching the cards with the other. I swear.
no, that was something that's something she did. Something went on there.
Hi, Belinda Jones. How are you? Okay, so I can't even see what time it is. Let's see. It's
9:50.
9:50. I want to kind of finish eating my dinner. Make sure my husband has eaten the whole tray of that Christmas crack candy, which he goes, what's this stuff we're making? It came with crack-a-lack. I don't know.
Crack-a-lacka.
He's looking at me like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, crack-a-lack, absolutely. What are you losing, girl, inside your mind?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Well, all of them. I was going to say, I'm losing things right in front of my face lately.
Are you you go to pick up your keys, for instance, where you put them and then you go back and they're not there. Then you go back and you check everywhere in the house and then, all of a sudden they appear back where they were from the start, but they weren't there when you said it, right?
For days now. I thought it was stress, so I was ignoring it.
Spirit messing with you, girl.
Well, I'm glad someone's having a good time.
I tell them it's not funny, and if I have to go cross over to find my keys, I will, because we ain't playing.
I don't know. I find it a little amusing because I'm like, wow, that was really stupid. But, I've been very, lot going on.
I might be stopping at your house before I even get to Bestie's house. Because don't I have to go by your house before I get to hers?
I don't think so. I don't know.
And you'll be before or after the army tank?
I am after.
But up the road after, like maybe a couple miles up the road past the army tank?
Yeah.
Whether I take a left or right after when I'm at the army tank, it doesn't matter to me. You'll just have to message me your address.
You're more than welcome.
It's like it's so far away, and really tomorrow night I'm going to have everything packed and organized and whatnot because Tuesday I have my hair appointment and then I'm leaving after. Bread twist ties always hide from me. Oh, those are the worst. I have a jar that I keep on my counter, and I put all the little twist ties and the little clippy things in that. Okay, so I pulled cards on Mackenzie, and it was Justice and Wheel of Fortune. Then I heard to pull on. Wait, what? I'm sorry. This just took a left turn. Then I heard to pull on John, and the two cuckoos flew out. Two cuckoos flew out? Can you tell me which one? What are the cuckoos? Like, I know a few kooks. Is that what you're talking about? Your keys are get Charlotte, because again, it's spirit. Oh, 2 cups. Let me see what my book says. Can't hurt to check, right? So you got the 2 cups. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Where is the cups? awakening. Okay, so you say you got, what was the first card that you pulled? You got the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, both of those are good cards. Then I heard you pull on John and the Two of Cups flew out. See if I can pull that up. Hold on. Come on, phone, work with me. Yeah, I'm getting that time. My birthday's in February, and I'm getting a new phone because my husband got a new phone, and his works just dandy. That
It's
5G, that 5G is a lie. Don't upgrade people to the 5G because guess what? Your network ain't gonna work either.
Nope, it doesn't.
But his works just dandy in a place that has no internet whatsoever. He seems to get it, and mine's the one that's trash. I'm like, because my phone was working fine until he called and said, "Hey, I upgraded us to the 5G. You're gonna have to, reboot your phone."
Now,
Should have never done that.
Lisa, the army tank thing that you were talking about in relation to her house or whatever, is the army tank significant for anything, or is it just something that someone
So when
has
you
there?
come off the highway, there's a little army tank there, and it's like a veterans monument area. So I
Okay.
think there's a VFW there. I've never actually stopped and turned in there, but there's a giant army tank. And what they do is they put all the people that served in the military, they put photos of them along the road.
Okay, I didn't know if it was set there for something significant because I thought it might have something.
That's how I remember it. And every time I go by, I say hi to the guys and thank you for your service. And then I do the same thing before I leave and I salute them.
Yeah, I didn't know if it might have been significant to her activity somehow, but okay.
No, and I can't even explain what happened to Bestie and I last time I was there for my unannounced visit when Spirit was messing with us to the point where, like, she's like, "Did you hear that?" Of course I heard. I'm closer to the door than you are. She's like, "Oh, I locked the door." I'm like, "Okay." So we're waiting for John to get there. And he just opens the door. I'm like, "How'd you do that?" He goes, "I turned the knob." And I looked at her. I go, "It's locked, right?" Mm-hmm. 2 cups.
Yeah.
In the tarot. Hold on. Let's see. Guess I want the Okay, it says struggles come to an end and harmony is restored, even if it's the most hostile of relationships. God, run. Change my number, something. Inner conflicts also come into play when this card appears. So the inner conflicts aren't with you. The inner conflicts is with John. I think it's clear that he's your ex for a reason. X means this. Like if there's an X, that means no. You don't get to go, to Hollywood. You got an X. That's it. Unified love, partnership, mutual attraction, reverse self-love, breakups, disharmony, and distrust. Yeah, I wouldn't trust him either. Connection, peace, alignment, fairness, passion, compatibility, joyful couples. You guys, listen. Couples that are mismatched for each other and run super hot, which is great, right? It's nice, fiery passion. And then you can also set each other on fire. So remember that, okay? Just because it's all fiery now, it doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. Or if it is, maybe you're not going to make it out of the house alive. Let's see. This card can stand for the union of two entities, people, groups, ideas, or talents. In readings, the Two of Cups tells you to look for the connections in your life, especially those that are one-on-one. Now is not the time to separate or stay apart. It is the time to join with another and work as a partnership. And Spirit's telling me that you need to be working with your partnership with your abilities. Because all John's going to do is drain you, and he doesn't exactly. Listen, he's not the poster child for positivity. And I think you know what I mean. I can't answer that, girl. April, I can't answer that because it's 2 years away. I could tell you, yeah, And then a year and a half from now, things could get all changed up. So I'm saying I can't tell you that for sure, but I can tell you the next baby's coming in year 2, and it's gonna be a girl. That they're showing me. They're showing me that. And again, if I only get 20%, I'm like, Spirit, please don't waste my time. I want 85% or better from them because they have to convince me because I'm the one that's being the mouthpiece. Girl, don't you hate when your sweatshirt goes and they mess with my clothes all the time? Like, it was there. I know I saw it. I set it out. I turn around, I leave the room, I come back. I'm like, and of course, now you have to plan about a whole nother outfit or whatever. You're digging for that one, and then you find that one, and you're like, ah. And then there's the one you originally looking for, just sitting there on top of the pile of folded clothes. You're like, yeah, wasn't there 2 minutes ago? Now was it? It's the Two of Cups tarot guide. Yes or no? It tells the story of love and togetherness. It's a positive card that has joyful and uplifting connections. For these reasons, the answer is in a yes or no tarot reading to your question is certainly a yes. Listen, tarot cards are great, but if the meaning of the cards or you're not really in love with the cards, that usually means that you're going to have trouble reading the cards. Okay, so I could pull the same card for everybody all night. But each time I pick up the card for each person, it's going to show me something different. That's why the confusion. But they're telling me that you okay. So if you're using the old Arcana one, everybody uses those, right? Find a set that you're attracted to the artwork. Now, there's some that you can get that you're just starting that are super easy. Although I don't know if Doreen still has her name on these anymore because she found Jesus after she made a whole bunch of decks and was inserting her family members' faces. And then, yeah, it was a lawsuit or something. So I have this one here, which is the simple deck that you can start off with because sometimes these are needed when I'm doing public events. So, and all Doreen Virtues come with the book. So if you're going to get one of those decks, make sure it comes with the book. So you can ask a question, but like, it takes all the thinking out of it within the next few weeks. So let's ask. So is Kat going to figure out the message from Spirit? No need to worry. Is April going to have a baby girl in 2 years? Yes. See, it's not telling you the dad or nothing. So, okay. Who else had the question? It's the one that's stirring the pot for Bonnie's kid's she's gonna catch something and it ain't gonna be cold. They want you to reconsider this person. So if you had faith in this person or they were the sleeping, let sleeping lions lie. She lying. She lying, all right. She lying through her teeth and she's stirring the pot. Now, is Charlotte going to Florida real soon? Yes, because you're going there because you need to recover. Doesn't everybody go to Florida to relax, recoup? That's for your kids, Bonnie. There's something better. I'm using Day of the Dead tarot cards, mainly beautiful because of the artwork. Okay, girl, I have like a lot. See, Jess and I share this in common. We like tarot decks. We like lots of them. We just might not use the same ones all day, but I use these ones because these are the ones that everybody's familiar with that they've seen the most of, so that's what I use.
I like those ones. What ones are those?
These are the angel cards.
But which one?
Angel answer card.
Oh, I like those. Okay.
They're embossed. They got the gold.
Yeah, because I have a set by her, but mine are like the Archangel cards, and they're not like that at all, though. Like
So I have the guardian angel ones, I have the angel ones, I have the fairy ones, and I have the angel answers. I'm trying to get the cherub ones, the
Ooh.
little kid one that she had was her kids.
Mhm.
Problem is when she decided to find Jesus, she ran the price up from what was normally like $15 to now it's like $200. I don't have to have a hole in my head to say that's not going to happen,
I will make my own at that point,
right?
and
That's
I
what I'm
can't draw.
Yeah. So if people are interested, please let us know because I have somebody working on trying to find us a location so that hopefully we can do like a couple of days of investigating, and it may or may not be. I'm shooting for PA or in that general area, like someplace that everybody can come to, but I don't know if it's going to be Gettysburg. If we do public investigation in Gettysburg, I would try to make arrangements with the Farnsworth, only because I know what I'm getting there. I've been there enough times that I know what's coming through.
I do want to go to Gettysburg.
Have
So we
you?
can go to Gettysburg to have fun, but if we're going to invite the public to come with us and go, hunting ghosts, which in Gettysburg, really, you don't have to hunt for them. They're just there in front of you.
Have you gone to investigate any of the battlefields yet? Because there's a lot of those.
No, there's somebody that I pay a visit to when I'm in Gettysburg, and I visit her and her son, and she happens to live across the street from the battlefield. So there's like a lot of stuff that I get. Like I'm just sitting there, I'm like, dude, yeah, y'all, did you who that? Did you find any femur legs in the back in the garden lately? Like what's going on?
Yeah. See, you could get a free investigation in her house.
Sheridan Hill, what are the ghosts trying to tell us? Heard coughing and merry-go-round music, like from a fair, like the carousel music. That one? Is that? I know that is a merry-go-round. So if it's not right, somebody else can tell me. Is there a festival coming up? Because I sort of feel like somebody's going to go to like a fair or something, and they end up catching a cold, which kind of turns to pneumonia. Bonnie, we will go anywhere that you're going to be, honey. You just give us directions and tell us when. Oh, wait, we have to get passports, huh? Wait, no, I have that valid ID or something that's supposed to, I don't know, something or other.
The real ID?
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Don't you know, Tanya, I'm a world traveler.
I heard you get around.
I hop, skip, and jump. I'm stuff. Darla says you can come to Wisconsin. Is that warm and fuzzy? Screaming warm weather. That sounds like it's cold, girl. It's cold. Basically, you give us a reason to go and you make it more than affordable so that we can go, then yeah. Because all I usually ask for is a corner to crash in, and where how much is gas? How many hours driving am I gonna have to do in gas? Straight north. Bonnie, we're here. You'll hear us. Yeah, real warm, yeah. Yeah, so basically this is my big last event for the year for traveling. And then I go into hibernation until spring, or until after my grandbaby's born. 115 days.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to have to be when I don't have to have a sled and the reindeer pulling me, honey. I don't know if you know this. I don't do well in blizzards, and I particularly don't do well in blizzards in Canada because I'm a Bruins fan. They don't like me there. I don't know why. I'm so friendly, and I keep the rivalry going. Maybe a little too much, but hey, check out my hockey stick in my car.
Yeah, you ain't sitting around stirring the pot.
Hockey season started, Tanya. I don't have to be nice. It's a nice time. Plus, my Bruins are playing right now, and I don't know who they're playing. So, yeah. Somebody just found out the other day that the beware of moose signs that they put on the highway in Massachusetts were for real. She missed them by that much. Last night we had 7 deer that we boom boom, and then this car in front of us driving really slow, and we're like, "What the hell's going on?" And then it looked like a white Eskimo dog ran across. Like how this dog didn't get hit, I don't know, because we slowed down because I was convinced that this poor white dog was going to be covered in blood. I'm pretty sure it was the world's biggest coyote. I was just like, I had a cocktail. It was a really good cocktail too, with these funky cherries in it. Oh my God, it was so good. And it was called a painkiller because I said, "Oh, I'll have a painkiller." And the guy goes, "Well, here, this should cure your pain." And of course, like, it's never the big drinks by the gallon that they give you that get you. It's always a tiny, skinny, slender drink. It was a tiny, skinny, slender drink. It's a good thing I asked for a glass of water because it was like a sip of that. Oh, mama. A couple glasses of water, a sip of that, and a couple of glasses of water. So I was like, did I see what I thought I saw? Because I thought that was a white dog. My husband goes, "Yeah, I thought it was too." He goes, "That was a freaking coyote." I'm like, "Oh, they look different when they don't look like, they've just eaten a half a cow," because that was my only other experience with one on a side road. Pitch black. My defrost wasn't working. It was super hot. I had no air conditioning. And I went, "Oh my God, somebody hit this dog." So I slowed down because I had my freaking windows open, right? I'm driving the freaking boonies. No, this thing ate something. It was just standing there it looked like a Stephen King movie. And then just crossed the road, and it just disappeared in the night. And I'm like, where do I hear the screaming from? It took me like 20 minutes before I realized I was the screaming. And then my son called, "Where are you?" Now, if I knew that. And he goes, "Okay, just do you. What's the matter?" I'm like, I can't. He goes, "Do not vomit in your car." I'm like, "I know." And he's like, are you almost home?" I go, "I guess. I don't know." And when I got home, "What the hell happened?" So I was telling him, he's like, "Tell me you didn't have your windows down." I had no air conditioning, dude. It was that or suffocate. He goes, "You didn't get out of the car to help it?" I said, "No, because when I slowed down and I looked at it, I thought, okay, like I'll call 911 or whatever." I go, "But it just kept walking into the field." He goes, "And I go, and then it just disappeared into the night. Like you couldn't even see it come around the corners." That's how, when I said boonies, I mean, we were in the boonies.
Mm-hmm.
It was my shortcut, which took me an extra 3 hours.
Oh,
When you can't see out of the goddamn windows, it takes you a while to get home. We have them right in our yard. Like, yeah. We have deer, bobcat, moose, wolves and coyotes, mountain lions, fisher cat, and the new one, minks. We've got minks in our yard now. The deer come, the bucks come, the fox I haven't seen in a while. We got bunny rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks. What's the other one? Nope, that's it. Oh, and fisher cats. I ain't never seen a fisher cat. I looked it up online. I don't ever want to see a fisher cat. I'm pretty sure all of you will hear my voice personally if I find a fisher cat. Oh, we have bear. I'll take a bear over fisher cat anytime.
Don't leave your dogs unattended.
I never do because we have the hawks that fly by.
Yeah.
We watched them picked off a couple of chickamunks too. I was like, in the house, going out.
My dogs are too fat to get picked up by a hawk. But
well, Remy's been chasing the chipmunks. So again, I say chase. We're on the deck. He's not going anywhere. He just lets them know you're not supposed to be on the deck.
my dogs are afraid of
I live in Western Massachusetts, so I am closer to New York than I am to Boston, which is where I'm originally from. But I live in the boonies. I have no sidewalks. There's occasionally a couple of street lights, and we don't even have a bus. I mean, they say we have a bus. I ain't ever seen no bus stop, so I guess you just sort of hang and smile at the guy when he drives by and he stops. I don't know. I've never taken the bus here. Yeah, and the black bear.
Yeah, we got black bear.
Here's the thing. I haven't seen no raccoons up here, and I ain't never seen any skunks up here. And I've also, we had moles, moles, the blind things that come out of the rock ball. They're blind guys.
Voles with a V.
So voles, yeah. And then, my husband said we had a mouse in the shed. Never saw it. Don't like the crickets because they're wicked loud. But yeah, Bestie's been here. She'll tell you how boony it is. Like, she's like, the best part was John's like, well, we should order some food to be delivered. And I looked at him, I go, huh? And he goes, yeah, we'll order something to be delivered. I go, we don't have no delivery here.
Yeah, I don't have delivery here either.
Not for under $100. We're going out. We will find a place, but they don't bring it to you. No. There's one place I know that delivers, and they weren't even open yet.
It takes me 20 minutes to get to a town that has like a Pizza Hut and a Mexican restaurant and a Wendy's.
It is literally a 15 to 30-minute drive to get to Des Moines, depending on the time of day, for me to just get there. And then I have to duplicate that to get home just to get milk. So if we're out of milk, we out of milk.
Yep.
My husband's like, we're out of milk. I'm like, how's that my problem?
Yeah. No, I live rural. I like it.
DoorDash wanted to listen, and I love my children. So if one of my children's watching and you're the child I'm speaking of, somebody ordered food. And I was shocked that they could get it delivered. And I said, how'd you get it delivered? They said they used DoorDash. You paid how much money for that sandwich? It would cost you less to hop in your car,
and
run
go get
in, get it, and come back.
Yeah. Oh, DoorDash won't come out to my house. I'm too far out.
We only have 2 McDonald's, and only one of them's open 24 hours. We have 2 Cumberland Farms within 5 miles of each other, and both of them are never open at the same hours.
We have one McDonald's, and there's more than one, but the closest one is 45 minutes away.
We have a Dunkin' Donuts that's only open till 2:00 in the afternoon. But the entire staff has known to walk out more than once because they weren't allowed to get high while they were working.
What, just leave?
Yeah, she had to go without like even notifying like the owner, because it's like a gas station that has the Dunkin'. They just left.
Mm-hmm.
Why it takes you 20 minutes to pour a coffee and then you even screw that up? I have no idea. I'd rather go to Cumbies. Bessie, where I get my coffee from?
Cumbies, aka Turkey Hill. Well, here in PA, it's on
the place I can get it right. You know why? Because I get in there and I make it myself.
The closest Dunkin' we have here is an hour and a half. Krispy Kreme is an hour and 40 minutes. So it ain't worth all that.
Donuts is like 15 minutes down the road. And when I'm at work, like during the tax season, it's like right across the street.
Yeah.
Listen, he bought me a caramel. I don't even know what it was, but it was burnt coffee. They burned it. I'm okay for a coffee drink with a little whooshy fancy stuff in it, but dude, don't burn the coffee.
Yep, because it ruins the whole drink.
And just because you chilled it on ice does not make it drinkable. It's still burnt coffee. It just happens to be cold burnt coffee.
Hey, Bestie.
It's after 10. I gotta get off. I know.
We've been on for 2 hours plus, your game's on.
I know. Why? Do you have the score?
Nope. I ain't telling you the score. I ain't stupid. Didn't you tell us last year not to tell you?
Yeah, but that was last year. This year's different. We got Luch back.
It's end of the second. Nobody has scored.
Now you're just lying.
No, I'm dead serious. Look at Bestie.
Oh, we're playing the Ducks. Mother trucker. See. Quack, quack. quack, 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 quack.
Hey, are you gonna pull a card?
I am.
I'm
gonna pull 3 cards.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull 3 cards.
Yeah.
So before I forget, because this will be the last and I'm going to peace out, bitches. Okay, so pay positivity forward. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of that problem. Stay in your own lane, because right now a lot of people are going to be challenging us. Stay in your own lane. And when they get angry and they friggin' snap for no reason, just smile and go, it's going to be okay. I'm going to pray for you.
Smile and wave.
Unless, of course, you hear a pink megaphone going, I'm here, then you know that I'm in your neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And I listen, that was money well spent. I love that thing. We're gonna have so much fun with that.
All right,
just
choose
got
cards
it.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, or
Card
3.
one, I'm gonna let's see, what do I want? I want 2 tonight. Okay, so
Two.
card 1 is
2,
going
3.
to be this one.
3 for me. 3 for me.
Shuffler. Card 3, because I'm choosing 2 last, so yeah. Card 3 is here. Oop, gotta find the table. There we go. Card 2. Come on, baby. Big winner. No whammies. Okay, you guys watching that new show, Rage in the Cage, on Friday nights, where you get to run into the room, take whatever you want. You have to beat the door before it closes. I've called every winner so far, just so you know.
I ain't got time for
I
that.
thought the people from Massachusetts was going to win. Connecticut, and it was like, oh, they really didn't do it. The 2 firemen won the other night. So card number 1. How many you chose 1? Ooh, everybody's going for 2 and 3 tonight. Okay, so card 1 is
Hat
too
chose
much work,
card.
accept help from others. Life is out of balance. Stress-related health concerns. Listen, at this time of year, everybody's stressing, not getting enough sleep. We all planning for our Thanksgiving because like turkey prices have gone up instead of down. They were at like $1.99. That now they're almost like at like $3. So that's card number 1. Card number 2, if you chose number 2, the Dreamer card. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. I will take that unexpected billionaire dollar winner on the lottery, and I will spend it frivolously, not responsibly, frivolously. It would just you dropping money everywhere. Okay, card number 3. The Star. Archangel Jophiel. Happy times make positive. Make positive. And that's how they put positive before optimistic. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans. You're on the right path. Girl, you don't want to see how long this road is on this card.
Listen, I'm getting there.
We will
Slowly
be
but
walking my grandbaby, or she'll be walking and running on her own down that path faster than we are.
She'll be graduating.
Listen, all I know is I'm going for my NREMT, my EMT. I did ride along today with my preceptor. She stated that she notices a change in me. I'm more confident when talking with patients and doing what I need to do. So, I'm happy.
Listen, it's a stressful time of year coming up. And next weekend, because I don't know when y'all celebrate your Christmas, your whatever, but I know when Halloween is. We sometimes do ours on the weekend, but I'm going to be in Pennsylvania, so hopefully they'll hold off till Tuesday night when I come back. So that will be that Tuesday. That leaves Saturday is the dinner with the psychic at Pete and Rainey's. So make sure you get your reservations in, because if you don't, I can't do nothing about it. And we are taking a few more bookings. I don't know what the schedule is allowing. Have to talk to Bestie. You'll have to message her in order to book an appointment. But yeah, I'd love to go investigate with you guys. So like, this gives us enough time to plan in the spring, because I don't know if you all know this, when you go to haunted locations and you try to haunt in the winter, there's no heat. You know why? Because the heater would be like clink, 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 clink. And like newbies would be like, ah, and run out of it. Yeah, no, we don't do that. Okay.
No. No,
you can
don't.
sweat your way through it, but you can't freeze your fanny off during the investigation. You will be amazed at the stuff you pick up. You're like, I didn't think that could be heard. Now you know. October 27th sucks. We'll make it through that day and again on the 31st. I'm so sorry, Bonnie. I'm sending you hugs, honey. Okay. And of course, whenever possible, when we're together, we like to go live and show you that we're real people too. And we do fun stuff and silly stuff. Just not the stuff that's going to get us some cute little bracelets. You know what I'm saying? We don't record that. Okay.
Well, Lisa been trying. I'm just saying. Every time we go through Carbondale,
Dude, I just want to see the canine dog because I always see the freaking canine dog, but I can't even get the dog's attention. It's like,
well, I mean, do you think that's going to work? Barking at the cop as we pass him?
I bet the dog heard me.
Oh, I'm sure the dog heard you.
I'm going to drive by and I'm going to go, I got a dog cookie. Who wants a dog cookie? You tell me after he's already taken the turn. I'm like, why didn't you say something? We would have flagged him down.
No, I'm talking about when we were passing the high school and you barked out the window.
Had a serious.
I was like, there's the canine cop.
Had a serious dilemma last night. I probably shouldn't have been so cocktailized, but I was. So I didn't know if we should or we shouldn't. But then again, I was like, if I'm the one that's going to have to call the police, he's going to hear me slurring. And then I'm, it's like, no, we're not calling. She definitely was on something. She's definitely not the usual regular people that I see doing this. She is barefoot, walking in front of cars. Now, mind you, I got home like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. She was standing in front of cars, yelling at them. My husband felt that she was coherent enough and, ambulatory enough that she could see that she had left her house and she needed to go back. And I'm like, she got no shoes on. And he's like, I'm not stopping. I'm like, I didn't say it was a good idea that we stopped. I didn't say that at all. What I'm saying is she had no shoes on. And he goes, well, we'll turn the scan around when we go home. Because I'm pretty sure, because we couldn't have been the only ones that saw her. And then he says, so help me, you bring up that Narcan thing in the back. And I'm like, dude, it ain't going to be me helping her. You're going to have to help her. Why? I go, because I've been drinking and I'm pretty sure that whatever her problem is, if we have to do Narcan, I'm going to be barfing my brains out. I'm done. Listen, I put up with the drinks. I put up with people eating live sushi next to me. So that was the end of my dinner. And the waiter was saying, like, would you like anything else? I'm like, no, because I don't need fish bait. And then the woman's like, oh, you got to be careful when you eat such because of red dye number 3. You're eating raw fish. And you think my fear in the world is red dye? Nah, I'm pretty sure I'll eat those cheap ass cherries versus the ones that are costing like $30 for a tinky jar because I'm scared of red dye. Girl, you're eating fresh mercury. Was just made the other day. You had to cook it first. And he brought it over and then I'm like, dude, he got fish eggs on his food. I'm just trying to get through my fried clams. Why'd you have... My husband's like, you're not going to fish? I'm like, I'm done now. Hurry up and eat. Suck down your drink because we're out of here because I'm trying to keep whatever dinner I had down.
Yeah, maybe there was a few parasites in it too. So,
oh, thanks for that.
My whole thing is like, there was very few things I could eat off this hoity-toity menu to start with. So I chose with the safest. And then I was like, she didn't just, and they went into detail like this. I'm like, my husband's like, you all right? So now I'm facing this way because I'm at the corner seat. I now have to face this way because I'm trying to just finish chewing my food. The people that were sitting there before them were a darling because they like my earrings. And she goes, they look so light. And I go, they are. And she goes, no, they can't. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no. And she's like, oh my God. She goes, they look like they're super expensive. I go, they were a whole $5. We added up my outfit from the other night. So I think I paid like 25 cents for that shirt that I got at Salvation Army when I was with Kimmy and Chris. So there we go. I paid $6 for my shoes. The pants are the only thing that I didn't get at a really good price, but they really were at a good price because I got them from BJ's. So they're like leather pants and they were really warm, which was so convenient when you're in that area because it's super cold on the water. And he's laughing at me and he's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I said, nothing if we add everything up, I said, I don't think my outfit totals $20.
Yeah.
He's like, how the hell did you do that? So I was telling him, he's like, oh no, it's there when you got the shoes. I'm like, right. He goes, the shirt. I'm like, yeah, I think I spent $3 that day. Got real leather pants, got the shirt, another shirt, and these really cool pair of they were new underwear, so don't even, they were just really cool. They're like boxer shorts for girls, but the ladies, but they had leopard in the front, and then they were just plain in the back, but they were like neon orange. Dude, I think they paid like 20 cents for those, so probably the same shirt kind of price I paid for the shirt. It was hilarious. And then Kimmy goes there, and she finds this dress that probably should have been $200 because she pulled it up online, like she could justify where it was. I think she got it for $5, and she got to register, and it was even marked down lower than that. So I think she paid $3 for it.
Wow.
Like,
I heard.
Oh, to be young and skinny.
I already did my clothes shopping for the year because I don't shop. But we went to the Disturbed concert in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I had to get me a hoodie. I don't buy myself anything really, and so the hoodie was $85, and I'm like, well, I did my clothes shopping for the year.
Pretty much, yeah, like, yeah. So one of the bands we saw that opened up for Dangerous Toys was called Bad Marriage, and they're from Massachusetts. So when they're talking like that, it was hilarious. And then he's introducing this guy. He's like, "Oh, this is the guy from Tesla." Now, of course, I don't have my glasses on because I left him in the car. And of course, I've been drinking. He got us in the far back. What's this? You're supposed to just wear the jacket of the person you say, or you go, so the lead singer's giving off Bon Jovi vibes. The guitarist to the left is sort of doing the Richie Sambora thing. I said, all right, I get it for Slash. I said, but the drummer and these two other guys, who they supposed to be? So my husband told me, he goes, oh my God, it really was them. So they called Bad Marriage, but it was just hilarious. So I go to get a shirt, and then he hands me the shirt, and I looked at him, I go, huh? He goes, what's the matter? I look down, I go, yeah, I'm gonna need something bigger because he's not gonna fit in that. So then he's digging through, it's like a hockey bag, and he's the drummer, so he's been drumming all night. And then I asked her, especially, he goes, I don't think we have any in that size. Like, okay. So you know us, we either go, it fits, or we get bigger because it's comfortable. So I went with the bigger one, and he's like, it's like a 3X though. And I go, I'm old, I can handle it. I can handle it. It's an awesome sweatshirt.
But
Yeah. Right. What's the score now?
Huh?
What's the score now?
It's still the end of the second.
Okay. Must be an intermission. Okay, y'all. Go be nice this week. Pay positivity forward. For the love of Pete, do not let the politics drive you crazy. It's been going on for decades. It's going to be going on for another decade. It's going to take a divine intervention from the United Nations to fix this, because they're the ones that caused this. And just love everybody. You don't have to love what they do. You don't have to love their opinion, but love them because they're a human being. Yeah. Okay?
Good night, everybody.
Bye. Love you all. Bye.
Bye.